Hello, people, friends, familiars, everyone out there. How you doing? Welcome back to another video of Terra Magica. Yes, it's been a month since one month, not months. That was a little bit exaggerating. It's been a month since the last Terra video, where we saw a lot of Coastercad's work. His beautiful butterfly cave, which were absolutely amazing. And he's also here, of course, with me today. Hello, good sir.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hi Wikz.
Hi. How you
Been
doing?
a while. Good to be back in here.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute, hasn't it? But we knew that was gonna happen because I had a little travel, and we did pre-record our episodes for Terra Magica. So we had something to show you guys while I was gone. But now we're back. And I have something pretty cool for you guys today. So there's been a lot. You've been working. You've been working on this park in the meantime. And we will come to that in next episode, where we will show off some of Coastercad's new work. He's, oh my god, guys. You're gonna love what he done. You might have already seen it on his own channel, where he posts some cinematics sometimes, which you should go check out. I have his link in the description. So yeah, you've built some cool stuff, man. But
we're incorporating it in the park now. It's not going to be the same as on my channel, so
no, of course not.
actually,
But
we're working on placing it in the park to give it a proper spot, and
yes,
it's in here now, and we're gonna work on the surroundings next. So
yeah, it's
I'm looking forward to that.
me too, man. Me too. It's gonna be fun now when we start to get like this little town vibe coming up, going around. It's really nice, and you might be able to see a little build in the background of the wall where Coastercad also added something, but we will show that closer up next time as well, next to my little blacksmith shop. So we are building. So we talked about it for a little while, you and me, about having like this sort of little extra wall piece before you enter the castle yard, or like the whole castle grounds, right? So that's kind of like what I'm trying. Oh, sorry. That's kind of like what I'm trying to do today. So I'm making this sort of arch, making this sort of gateway that will be, as soon as you get into this little arch here, you will see the castle in eyesight, which you saw in the cinematics. So I was kind of building for that, like the whole composition and balance between this, because you like the idea of it too, like to have this sort of like an extra opening before you enter the whole castle grounds.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of like an upper ring, where the castle and some shops and some houses will be, and then
Yes.
we can work in sections, So it's both gonna look good, but it's also gonna be practical for just working on expanding the city.
Exactly, and it's gonna, like, me and Coastercad already know that this is gonna be a project that it's not gonna be easy, and we already in that. But it's also very exciting when we have to, like, build, as you say, like these sort of tight quarters of medieval houses and wonky builds and all that stuff, right? It's gonna be really fun to do, but also very challenging, because we want to have it on this like wonkiness of a path, terrain wise, which I will come back to later, because that was a pain.
Yeah, I can understand.
That was
It's always harder to build the incline,
It is, man. It's
You gotta take some effort, because when you make an incline, it really looks so much better, even with the same houses,
Exactly.
I mean, like a little tip for everyone: if you just want to start, if you're not really that good at making details, just try to make some simple houses, and bring in some height difference, and you're gonna see that it's really started to look better, composition-wise.
Yes. I
And
agree.
your houses don't even have to look that good.
No, honestly they don't. So I was trying to figure out what to do here, because as I told you, I want to have this path as an incline where it like mixes and interacts with the street and the houses on the street, right? Like you see sometimes in like medieval games and like series and movies where they have like this, you know what I'm talking about, like this very nice inclined way all the way up to the main castle, right? It's never a straight path.
Yeah, actually, I was. I'm not sure if I pitched this idea or how we came to this idea, but I remember when we talked about this, I was playing Plague Tale,
Yeah.
and I was walking to the city, and then I was thinking, oh man, we should have something like this in Terra Magica.
Yes, exactly. It's. I just love the vibe about having like not a complete straight path, and then just have houses and all that on each side of it. There's something about it. But as I was gonna say is that since I did this path here and I was gonna try put another path up top of it for like covering all up, it was kind of difficult, so I had to like improvise. So I also talked to Coastercad and sent him some pictures and stuff about it, and we kind of like agreed that okay, we'll just have it. We'll have this here as this. And then further down we go, we'll have more straight path, because it's literally just gonna be a freaking pain to build in this sort of sense,
I really like what you did with the stones on the side here.
Yeah,
I always use the straight ones, but this is a really good idea. I've never done that before, so yeah, it's a really good idea.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, those folks
Yeah, it
rocks
worked.
are
Great.
amazing, dude, for small detailing like this. So yeah. So I literally I'm just trying things ahead of here, like I'm building, trying to see what looks nice, what doesn't look good. I erase some stuff. I redo a lot of things back and forth here because I want it all to look nice and immersive. And then also why I build this kind of ruined castle on the right side of it, or like tower, because then maybe we can mingle some more stuff into that section too. And also just to give it some different textures as a different look, so it's not just completely new and fresh everything. If we're building fantasy and medieval, you have to have like very derelict buildings and like something that's almost falling apart and wonkiness, and all those things are have a big factor when it comes to fantasy and medieval stuff.
Yeah, and also when you build big walls, you want some variety on them. So yeah.
Yes.
Broken tower here. So
exactly.
Yes, big long walls can be very repetitive otherwise.
It can. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's great that you already started with it.
Yeah, as I say, like
a lot of time that oh yeah, I mean then you have the wall, and then afterwards you think, oh, right, it needs some variation.
Exactly.
And then that's when I usually start the thing. Now you already started with that, so that's great.
Yeah, the only thing obviously is that which also something I will say is that these buildings are looking a little bit more modern in a sense, but I will eventually go in and just retouch them a little bit so they get like this vibe that they will have when you will see me build the tilted Tailor building, which is more of the style that I actually is going for. But yeah, it's still some nice buildings and stuff, and they still fit very well, but just keep in mind that these will probably be changed up a bit so they make more sense. And
well, like a simple thing you can do is you can just keep the house straight, but if you tilt only the stones on the side a little bit,
yeah,
it looks like it's a bit of a trick, but it looks like the house is tilted already.
You're right. Yeah,
I've used it a lot. I've used it a lot in the past on my builds as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's also what I'm doing in the build I'm doing later in the video. Exactly. You will get to see it, but it's definitely the way to do wonkiness for sure. But I'm just trying, as you can see here, trying to detail it, give it a little bit of, some trim pieces, and try to make it look nice, because I didn't like that it was just so bare with nothing on pretty much. And as soon as
you probably already thought about it. The same thing you can do is just tilt the thin pieces here and there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also
one
what
I'm
saying.
One a bit lower, the other one a bit higher.
Yeah, and that's also what I'm saying. Like I kind of want to go in and redo some things with these two buildings here. Just make them a little bit more wonky.
I really like this chimney.
It's took yours. I think it's yours. Yeah.
Oh, is it mine? Okay. I didn't even notice. So.
I mean, this chimney was just standing somewhere in the middle of the pork file, so I was like, I'm gonna steal this one. I mean, it's like 400 pieces chimney, but who cares, right? Oh well, I'm just editing. Yeah, as you can see here, it definitely changes up how the building looks now when I added chimneys and decals and all those things together here, you know. So yeah, it's trial and error this specific section here, but it's all good. And here I was like, I want to see how this looks if I add an extra thing up here. So it's kind of like what I did, kind of like a little extra tower, you know, on the side there. Looks kind of nice. And then back to the ruins.
Always, if you want some distinction between medieval and fantasy, just add the side towers.
Yes.
Always work.
I was trying to get some water feature onto this, bro, and it was just horrible, dude. So I just closed it off instead, and just like, okay, this is an old thing, you know, where water I was trying to make it look like water actually come out from it, but we don't have any water triggers that works well for this, so it's just so bare as it is. So it's fine.
And no, it's fine like this. I mean, it's ruined, so the tower is ruined, so it's fine if it doesn't run water anymore.
Exactly. So as you can see here I'm starting to straighten out the path a little bit more, so we get a little bit more of a flat surface to build on, which we're probably also gonna have all the way around the whole town here. But so as you know, some of you know, and I also know Coastercad, I have been playing a lot of Hogwarts Legacy lately, and I am literally so freaking in love with Hogsmeade and how all the buildings are and stuff. So one day after I built these two buildings here, I was just like, you know what? I want to go in and see how I want to go in and build like a Hogsmeade style building ish that is super wonky, like medieval, have this fantasy vibe. And I actually just built this without any reference or anything. It was literally just like completely just all me. So I'm pretty happy for how this build looks when you guys will eventually see that. But yeah, this is the style that I'm hoping me and Coastercad will do more of, which I think we will, right? This sort of wonkiness style. You already did a few things, you know, but like it's definitely going to be a lot better when we get multiple buildings of this kind, and we'll have them like connecting with each other in different ways and stuff. It's going to be super dope. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, you know how like I wanted to do all these wonkiness buildings, and I know you also already did a few, or one or two at least in here, and I know you have a lot more planning of doing these, right?
Yeah, if you remember one of the houses from the last episode, it actually looks like it could be in Hogsmeade. So
it could be, honestly.
Yeah, the one with the really pointy roofs. So
yeah,
it was really great making that one.
They're funny to make too, man.
Definitely like what you're doing, building the roof and everything, and it's not easy, but yeah, it's gonna look great if we try it some more. But this one, you're really taking it to the next level.
Yeah, I was.
How you build it and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the, as you just mentioned, like one of the main things you do when you do wonky buildings is when you build them like this, build them in segments. So you build first level in one building, second level another building, third building, because in that way you will have the whole, like you will have completely movement of all of it, like which way you want to direct it to. Like, should it wonk on the left, should it tilt on the right, should it go a little bit, like you can see here, like I did every 3 segments, so it's easier for me to move everything differently to make it this feeling, you know. It's just a little tip for you guys if you are thinking about doing wonky buildings and stuff. Then this is one of the ways to do it. Build everything straight first, and then afterwards you tilt it. Don't build in a tilt situation first, because that's just gonna be
No, that's gonna fuck up your axes.
Yeah,
No,
completely.
don't,
So
don't
so
do
build
that.
straight first, and then afterwards you just move whenever you have what you need to move. But do it with, of course, grid, not grid pieces, because you cannot do this with grid pieces. So make sure you are using that as well. So yeah, as I say, I'm just building, going a little bit crazy here, trying to use some different pieces too. Something I'm not really like. These Viking brackets here are or Arctic brackets are amazing, dude. Like, they are so good to make extra. So I'm adding this little extra. I don't know what you call this, like just extension on the top here, and then instead of putting it straight, I do this little tilt on it, as I just told you guys, and then afterwards I'm kind of like just trying to decorate it with some ropes and etc. As you can see here, straight up, and then as soon as I got the position on it, I decide to tilt it a bit, you see? So now it's not completely straight, but it kind of adds to the whole vibe of the build. And now everything is wonky as well, so everything you add now will obviously have to be wonky too. And it's so satisfying.
If I might add something to your last tip though, you started this house off the grid, right?
Yes.
It may have been easier if you actually started it on the grid, and when it's finished, and except for maybe some details, then you place it near the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's also an option.
Might have been a little easier for you. I mean, you're doing fine, but just maybe for next time you can try that.
Yeah, I can maybe do that. I mean, it's.
And also to add to the tip to people if they want to do this.
Yes, yes.
Because you then can switch to the wall axis, and it's easier for placing that tower you just did.
That is true. I mean, there's so many different ways. Like you can do these things. Like sometimes I use so much time to build something where I go after I build it and I go, why did I build it like this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like I'm like I could have done this in like I could have shortened down half an hour of this if I have just. But sometimes you just sit and you get in like in this sort of cycle where you just sit and you just go, okay, all right, you know, and which.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm exactly the same.
If you hit a groove, then whatever groove it is, I'll take it. You know, like whatever. If it takes 2 hours or an hour to do the same thing, like whatever makes you happy, whatever groove you got, you'll just go for it. You know, So here I'm adding some custom windows, and then also, as you can see here, adding them so I can move them about a bit, making them a little bit wonky. And as soon as we get all these things on, you can definitely tell that this building is going to be it has a lot of character, you know. And I really like that. And I can't wait to see this entire town be like this sort of style, and then have like rows and bunting hanging next to each other. Like, yeah, really, really cool. What is that town called now in The Witcher? Is it Novgorod? Novgorod? No, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I can't honestly remember.
No, but something like that, and Plague Tale, right? Like it's so freaking cool. I love it, love it. Probably one of my best builds so far in this series, but I know there's gonna be lots more. And I still can't wait for the harbor, dude. We should probably almost start on the harbor like next month or something, so we can get it started if we're so hyped about it, both of us, right? That's when you build best too, you know? When you're most excited for something, that's where you should build.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I definitely want to start with that, yeah.
And also making some, there's so many things we have for this project, guys. Like, and we even added some extra things, as we will get to in next video, where we will show off some of Coastercad stuff. Maybe I will also have added a few things for next video, and not just doing just building and not really do speed builds. But we will definitely still have this coming up 2 times a month. If we can maybe do 3, we'll do. But definitely have 2 videos a month of this. But we're also doing contests and stuff right now. So we've been hassled a little bit on other things and stuff. But priorities are still there, and we still have intentions of making this zoo one of the best fantasy zoos you've seen in the game. So, and we will not let you down. right?
No, I hope not.
But yeah, I added a little bit extra on the roof there. I felt like those kind of like it added extra things to the roof, having those little extra bits up there, making it a little bit more wonky. And then I literally just add the last bits here and there to it. On the side, I don't do interior. I'm just closing off the windows and stuff. I feel like if I want to do interior, I want to do it proper, and I don't want to do it in this building here. So we'll just close this off and keep it for restaurants and maybe souvenir shops and stuff, you know. And then I felt like the Tilted Tailor was kind of like a cool name for the builds and for like what this could be. So this is our tailor in our Terra Magica town here. Yeah, I don't know. Every town needs a tailor, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, yeah, why not give everything a function?
right? So that's kind of like just what I did. And as you can see, the roof, and I stole those wonky chimneys from my wizard tower too. And then here in a sec we go to the fun part where it is about all the detailing and the clutter. As you can see here, really starting to decal this bitch up, as we say. And then, yeah, we're pretty much almost there now. I'm really happy for this build, to be fair. And I wanted this build to be the main part of this video, because the first things I did was kind of like just a little pre-start to this entire section. So yeah, I'm very happy for it.
Yeah, me too, man. I really love it. And, just you really nailed the wonkiness. Not
Thank
too
you.
much, not too less. So yeah, it's perfect.
Yes, and I know that for a fact that we will only get better with these wonky buildings the more we build. And also, by the way, as you know, I build in segments, right? So like this, these windows and like that little spire tower there in the middle. All
Yeah,
of it
we
is,
can just copy them.
yeah. If it comes to it, it's always smart if you do collabs, guys, to do these custom things for like making them as a building itself, so others can use them in any case. It's just a nice, helpful way to get by, you know. I like it though. So. Making a door here, just a normal door. And then we go to the clutter, the most fun part of this. we will probably also add some animals very soon, guys. I promise. We will get to that section too, where we will add that as well.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing some forest and landscaping in it soon, because you know we can't have buildings everywhere.
Exactly.
Oh, 5 frames per second is not gonna work in the end. So
No.
we want some forest and mountain lake areas. You know, put some animals in there as well.
Yeah,
Maybe do some really small buildings.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
we need some big nature areas.
We can maybe do that thing, the picture I put in our Pinterest with like some of the ruins and like a little abandoned forest area. We can put in some deers,
Exactly,
maybe mooses. I don't know. Yeah, that could work, right? Just get a little bit of life into this zoo. We'll look into that next time. What would you guys like to see of animals in our fantasy zoo? What animals of our tier list so far you think would work? Besides the badger and red fox we have already. Oh, we also have a peafowl and butterflies. Yes. So let us know down below, guys. And also let us know what you think of the builds. Are you excited for more of this wonkiness as we just talked about? Because I'm very excited for building more onto here. And to see how this project is gonna evolve through time, man. I'm really excited for it. So, what is it?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, great build here. And
Thank you, bro.
also nice. The leaves on the ground. Pretty good idea.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, nice
And-
detail.
And also, just to say, on the right side, I will work on more on the right side to the whole little pond area I did and the ruins and stuff. So, but yeah, here are some cinematics, guys. Leave a like and a comment down below. And me and Coastercad, we'll see you guys next time in Terra Magica. Thanks for joining me.
See you
man.
next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.